The value of knowledge cannot...
Whoa, so this is the venue, huh? Not half bad.
Ah, don't you worry, Jack Attack. We'll find that dog, even if it's hiding in...
Ito, it's just a myth.
Whoa, compadre! And Paimon! You finally made it! Oh, man, have I missed you. Oh, yeah, and this is Dvorak, a musician from Fontaine.
Hey, Mr. Dvorak, it's you!
It's so wonderful to see you both again. I feel like that...
Pretty good. So how did you end up hanging around with Ito?
Oh, you better believe it, Minnie Melon. But that's only half the story. This is no ordinary iridescence tour. Me and Jack Attack are teaming up to turn this into the iridescent Arataki Rockin' for Life Tour de Force of Awesomeness.
Rockin' for life? What do you know about rock and roll, bullshit?
Huh? What, you never heard of Bull Chucker Rock before? Moo, moo, moo! Don't try and understand it, Minnie Melon. It'll melt your mind. It's about letting loose. Come on, give us some Lavender Melon Rock.
Okay, speak for yourself, mister. Sounds like you're the one whose mind is melting.
Just a local legend I heard about. Apparently there was a war between the islands of Narukami and Watatsumi not too long.
Such a waste. When will people learn? Make rock and roll, guys, not war.
A tragedy to be sure. Countless animals were affected by the fallout. A raven, a bakedanuki, a weasel thief.
Fair point. The animals didn't deserve that. But, not to downplay it or anything, but...
In the eyes of a rocker, all living things are equally important.
No, the story goes that this dog was something like a ninkin. It would show up out of nowhere in the middle of a battle to rescue the injured animals and take them to safety.
Rockin' and rollin' to the rescue! A king among canines! Woo! There'll always be a place for him in the Arataki gang.
In Rito, I was actually there while the war was going on. It inspired me to write a song about it. I was even planning to host a music festival around the same theme.
Oh, yeah. I heard all about that. They claimed they had to cancel their plans because of an accident at sea.
Yes. They weren't optimistic about the potential return on investment.
What kind of risks?
Good question. Risks only apparent to people with...
I agree. When people have too much mora, they lose their rockin'...
They do, huh? So what do
you know, the spirit of, you rock up, rock...
Huh. By that definition, aren't the investors the most rock and roll people in this scenario?
Anyway, point is, those chumps are out, and Arataki Ito is in. I'm running the show from here on out.
Oh, yeah, right! How are you gonna fill in for the investors? Do you even have it?
I have faith in Ito. He tells me that the Arataki gang is a small but well-known and influential organization.
Rub shoulders is putting it mildly. More like they're always like...
Hey, don't look down your nose at the Arataki gang. I got connections, all right? Even the Tri-Commission listens to it.
Okay, Mr. Big Shot, whatever.
You can doubt it all you want, Minnie Melon, but it's the truth. You know that guy in the Yashiro Commission? Well, he and I are officially bros. That's right. I'm talking about Toma, housekeeper. And there's the general from the Tenryo Commission, Kujo Tengu. I mean, sure, we're always ribbing each other, but it comes from a place of deep mutual respect.
Mutual? Yeah, Paimon.
Okay, fair. No first-name contacts there. But the Arataki gang is a big contributor to the revenue stream. All those fine...
Fines?
Huh? No! I mean, the... But that's not all. Let's not forget my contacts outside of the Tri-Commission, huh? Amazing, talented people from all walks of life. Like, like the TCG legend, Ayato. Oh, yeah. He's made... In fact, they got a saying now. Ayato of the South, Ito of the North. Ha ha ha! That's right. I'm the only serious competition he's got in all of Inazuma.
Did you make that saying up?
Then there's the Fox Lady, VIP customer of Yukio's ramen stall and fellow participant in the Ramen Masters Championship. I was her only worthy opponent. Also, you know that lonely god in Tenchukaku? Well, guess what? Turns out it was her lifelong wish to catch one of Arataki Itto's events. During the Drum-Along Festival, the Tenryo Commission were worried that their almighty shogun might have too much fun and lose interest in running the government. That's what—
Wow, look at you! Sounds like you're really going up in the world. At this rate, you'll have made Shogun by the next time we see you. And then Paimon will have to call you Almighty Bullchucker.
Well, I'll admit I heard a few exaggerations there myself, but regardless—
Ah, it's nothing. Don't mention it. My bro Goro sorted it all.
Wait, you know Goro?
Yup. I always knew him as General Goro of the Resistance Fighters. But I had no idea there was more to the story. Turns out you've, heard of Miss Hina, right?
Miss Hina, so you—
Hey, no need to yell, all right? Yes, Miss Hina. After falling for the Tenryo Commission's tricks at the Drum-Along Festival, I figured I'd find a new location this time, somewhere out of there. So I wrote Miss Hina a letter, asking if she knew anything about the procedure for holding an event. She wrote me back right away and said I could ask Watatsumi Island's general for help. I was like, what? General?
That was close. Paimon's with you now, but what did you think?
What do you mean? Isn't it like—
That's called a captain.
Really? Huh. Well, either way, if it wasn't for Miss Hina, I never would have known. Pretty rock and roll, huh? All right. Good chat, compadre. I just remembered I got a meeting with Goro coming up. Gonna ask him about that dog situation. Gonna have to love you and leave you for now. You guys focus on having a blast. There's still a few days left until the big party, so not everything's set up yet. But, the jam zone and the roasted lavender melon zone are ready. Have fun, compadre. Gotta dash.
What a character. Kato, and what looks like it's just the three of us for now. Why don't I show you the jam zone to— Here we are. I've supplied musical scores and instruments from various regions, including a horn I personally brought from Fontaine. You can play whatever if you get tired. The roasted lavender melon zone is just over there. Ito says that lavender melons are—
Hey, cut that out! Oh, lucky Ito's gone, otherwise Paimon would never hear the end of it. Let's change the topic. What other fun stuff?
Well, we're planning to invite some more music enthusiasts, and we're still getting some supplies together, but it could take some time. The Arataki gang has shifted their focus. Only one of them is actually sticking to the plan. Her name is Kuki Shinobu. She's out delivering invitations.
Yep, that's the Arataki gang for ya. Everyone else goofs around while we should help out. We can't let this event get totally derailed when Shinobu's out there doing her—
Oh, I mean, are you sure? That would be extremely useful. We're starting to get behind schedule and a couple extra pairs—
No problem. We're happy to help. So you need us to find some music lovers and gather materials for decorating. Was that it?
Exactly. According to the original plan, we aim to finish everything in 5 days, and then the big party can be— Actually, give me a second. I'll make you a checklist of all the outstanding— Oh, also, one other tidbit to share with you.
Ugh, typical bullchucker always has to be the center of attention. Oh, Paimon would steal the show for sure. No one would give Ito a second look after that. Pretty sure he'd yell out, "Paimon's so rock and roll it hurts!" And then he'd run off the stage, bawling his eyes out.
Those are some bold claims, Miss Paimon, but that kind of confidence would serve you well on—
Paimon's just kidding. Anyway, we'll be ready for that check—
Great! Feel free to take a look around.
Right here. Emerge.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon.
Wow, Shinobu and Hazel.
This truly is a pleasant surprise. Although, not that surprising.
Doshin Shikanoin was talking about you constantly the whole way here. I guess the universe answered his...
It's called intuition. Names pop into my head at relevant moments. just the way my mind worked.
Paimon sure wasn't expecting Heizo to be the first one to show up.
Boss nagged me to prioritize the Tenryo Commission invitations. He specifically requested Madame Kujo Sara and Doshin Shikano.
So why isn't Sara here?
Almost certainly because she has no desire whatsoever to see Ito. In her defense, here's what was written on Kujo Tengu. Come meet me at the top of the Sangonomiya Shrine. Let's go nuts and have a
If I were Kujo Sara, I'd jump at the chance to throw Ito off the roof.
But then wouldn't Kokomi come and throw Sara off too? All that stomping around on her roof, the noise would drive her crazy.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Madame Kujo Sara's response was much more magnanimous than mine would have been.
Magnanimous? I'm not...
What message?
If that Oni brat wants to pick a fight with me, there will be plenty of...
Maybe the fact you assume that says more about you than her. So what about the other basket of lavender melons, huh? Is that...
The other basket is actually from a few of us at the police station. I chipped in, and so did some other Doshin who've arrested Ito before. And so, I guess this basket of lavender melons is...
Maybe just give Boss the melon.
Sure. Well, my work is done here, anyway. Now that I've delivered the lavender...
aren't you gonna stay for the...
Don't worry. I'll definitely be back for the big party.
Eesh, being a detective sounds busy. I got you running around all over the place. Oh, wait, Rito! Do you happen to know anything about a mystery Ninken that appeared during the war?
Ah, the dog, yes? That was the inspiration behind this music festival, wasn't it? Shinobu told me...
Oh, never mind. Paimon just thought a detective might have the inside scoop.
I'm only speculating here, but from experience, I'd say it's probably just a local What's wrong? From the look on your face, you've got a... Interesting. Well, since I'm going to Rito anyway, I can always ask around and see where it leads. Don't be silly. If this matters to you, that's a good sign that it'll turn out to be something...
Seems like Doshin Shikanoin's quite the lone wolf. Well, I'd better get back to delivering these invitations.
In that case, guess it's time for us to get to work too. Wonder how...
Sorry to keep you waiting. Here's that list for you. If you can work your way through all...
Great! Perfect timing, Mr. Dvorak.
Thank you. I'm very grateful for your help. If you feel like flexing your musical muscles to take a break at...
Join the Adventurers Guild. You'll have a blast.
Hello. Would you like to... Oh, really? Thank you both so much. At last, everything on the list is done. I'm afraid I still have some final preparations to make, but I'll see you tomorrow. Then the...
Oh, compadres, you're here! Hey, serious props to you both. This place looks amazing.
Everything looks perfect. We're ready for business.
Guys, why so serious? That ain't rock and roll, man.
Hey, look at that. My favorite melon's a fast learner. Also, I hear you're gonna be taking the stage tonight. Whoa, itching for a little competition, huh?
Paimon was just joking. Seriously, Dvorak? Unbelievable.
Getting cold feet? Ah, don't blame ya. I am the reigning champion of the great sing-along after all.
What? Paimon is too rock and roll. Paimon was just being humble.
Then bring it on.
Oh, Paimon's bringing it all right. Paimon's bringing it all the way home. Ha!
Ah, we hit a complete dead end. Goro said he didn't know anything. Mamoru and the guy... What if it really is in Tenshukaku? Is that why we can't find it?
Oh, no, don't go poking around Tenshukaku again. You'll give Kujo-Sara a mic.
Couldn't agree more. If I bother her too much, I'll end up getting struck by lightning. So that's why this time, I kept my distance and just threw some paper notes towards Tenshukaku. Hopefully, the Raiden Shogun sees them and hands the dog...
Wait, what?
It looks like Doshin Shikanoin was right. It's
Let's hope not, because that would really suck. Wish I had more time to look into it, but unfortunately, this guy's... Now don't forget, there's lyrics and music scores in the jam zone, so no wussing out tonight.
Don't get too cocky, bullchucker. We'll see who's rock and roll.
Game on, Mini Melon!
Oh, Paimon better get some practice in at the jam zone soon. No way is...
Oh, by the way, we invited a ton of people this time, including some people you know. A few...
Cool, yeah, let's go see them.
Oh, you're a real trooper, Yoimiya. This must be one of the furthest...
I promised Ito that I'd supply fireworks for his festival. I wasn't about to go back on my word.
Hey, Toma, Yoimiya.
Traveler, Paimon! Cool, you're...
Well, looks like I owe the Arataki gang a huge thank you. If they weren't putting on this event, who knows when I would...
You hear that? In case it was too subtle.
That's true. Obviously, traveling's very important to you, but you gotta take a break every once in a...
Of course. Oh, I heard this really cool... So, Ito says that the theme of his music festival comes from a story about a dog that saved animals in the war zone. What do you know about this dog, Toma? Everyone knows how well can...
For once, not much, I'm afraid. But assuming this really happened, I feel like Watatsumi Island would have had to be... This is a dog who managed to sneak in and out of a war zone, repeatedly, without leaving a As far as I know, the Shogun's army doesn't do that.
So you're saying it was the Sangonomiya troops?
Sounds kind of far-fetched if you ask me. Do we really think Sangonomiya's forces had enough manpower?
Okay, well if it wasn't Sangonomiya's side, it must have been the Shogunate.
Right. So, in my view, it's more likely that Mr. I mean, he's an artist, right? Isn't rock music about...
Kind of like fireworks in a way. Don't question it, just feel it.
Yeah, that sort of makes sense. That makes you an artist too.
I'll take it. And on that note, boy, do I have an art show for you tonight. Make sure you don't miss...
Hey, Traveler, some...
Hey, there you are. I sent you some letters a few days ago. Have they shown...
Ooh, does this mean you figured it out?
I've made some progress, but I'm still missing the final piece of the... I don't have anything conclusive yet, but I have a hunch that it involved both...
What? You mean like in cahoots? During the...
Shh! Like I said, it's just a... Anyway, I've written to the station, and they shouldn't take too long to get back to me. In the meantime, I would have gone back to the station to look into it myself, but I knew Ito was performing tonight. And I... Oh, wow! Sounds like I'm in for a real treat. Will the Traveler's long-serving voice finally graduate from speech to song in a triumphant victory over the Oni rocker of...
Cut it out, both of you! No more stupid nicknames!
This Miss Hina looks very familiar. Even the outfit.
I was thinking the same.
She really is the spitting image.
Of who?
Goro, come to me, hey!
Oh, hello, you two. It's been a while.
I'm so happy to see you again. I was just asking...
This is a nice surprise. Paimon didn't expect to run into you two at an Arataki gang music.
Oh, A reader for my That's Life column was asking for advice about it, so I figured I'd help out. Her Excellency was also very supportive of the whole thing.
An international rock and roll music festival sounded like a good way to attract tourists. And
Yeah, apparently it has something to do with a dog that was a war hero? Although sadly probably not a true story.
oh, you know, bits and pieces.
Yeah, no, me neither.
Those sounded...
Probably because we've answered that question before. Mr.
Yes, of course. Actually, I was does Miss Hina look familiar to you at all? I have this strange...
Oh!
But you don't remember where?
She probably just looks similar to someone you know. Like how the Traveler looks similar to his sister.
Ah, I see.
Traveler, let's get out of here. Paimon didn't realize so many people we know would be here. Better get practicing or tonight could be super embarrassing. Come on, let's head to the jam zone. Hey, Mr. Dvorak, you're still here.
Sure am. I've been checking over the equipment, scores, and Shinobu was telling me how popular light novels are here in Inazuma. So I've tweaked the
Light novels plus rock music, so... Light rock!
I actually didn't change too much. Just took out this event couldn't have happened without him. It's my way of
What? You got rid of the dog? But wasn't that the whole...
Yes, but that's all it was. The initial inspiration. Doesn't matter if we change it to an Onikabuto or you or me.
Spirit? What do you mean?
The spirit of rock and roll?
Okay, should have seen that coming.
It's all about the music.
Fair enough. Alright, Paimon's gotta get practicing or Bullchucker's gonna hog the spotlight tonight.
By all means, be my guest. I knew you'd come. Here's the music score and lyrics. I can't wait to see them.
Let's see now. I got reincarnated as an Onikabuto and flipped the world upside down? What sort of song title is that? Is this supposed to be rock and roll?
Soft rock, actually.
No peeking! You can hear them tonight when Paimon sings a song. Paimon's gonna rock so hard, Bullchucker won't know what hit him.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is a night to celebrate, and I trust you're all having a wonderful time. It's been a non-stop rock and roll ride this evening, and we're almost at the end. But first, the illustrious Mr. Arataki Itto and Miss Paimon. The two of them will be performing a brand new song written specially for tonight's event. I got reincarnated as an Onikabuto and flipped the world upside down. Take it away!
An arrow to the heart, and the Bakedanuki shapeshifted into dark.
I weasel thief hereby bequeath all my mora. 200 goes to my pa.
300 to dear mama. Poor little General Crab, only a shell remains.
Unagi, goodbye. Now rest in peace. Please don't cry.
'Cause we'll get reborn as a beetle next time.
Onikabuto, raise your heart.
Here's to a world beyond the storm of rosy skies.
So that's rock music, huh? It's a...
Really? It's different from what I'd heard before. Could be a relatively...
So, how'd you like my performance? Did I dominate?
Okay, Bull Chucker, you got owned and you...
Oh, stop it, you two. I think...
Here, here.
I call it a draw. You're very even.
You think? Okay, well, what about you, my compadre? Who do you think is the most rock and roll? Hey, don't try to
Let's not argue anymore, shall we? I owe you all an enormous debt of gratitude. Without your help, this...
Don't mention it, Jack Attack. Hey, if we hadn't met, I wouldn't even know what
The spirit of rock and roll? So, what does it mean?
It means you rock up, rock out, roll the dice, and roll with the punches.
Yeah, that's obviously not what it means. Mr. Dvorak, could you please give us the official definition? Someone needs to take this guy down a peg.
An official definition? I don't know that one exists. It's an emotional experience. As though you're hearing...
Funny you should say that. I was just thinking that the spirit of rock and roll is, guess I have a better sense of rock and roll than I thought.
What about you, Yoimiya?
Oh, well, I thought it was gonna be all about that dog, but then was that supposed to be symbolic? Like, if the dog didn't exist, maybe the injured animals didn't either. If there was no injured animals, then that means there was no war, which...
Oh, so for Yoimiya, the rock and roll spirit is all about world peace.
Me? I hadn't given it all that much thought. I was mostly worrying about whether those paper notes Boss threw into Tenshukaku are going to get him in trouble with the Tenri.
That must mean that for Shinobu, the rock and roll spirit is...
Shinobu, seriously, you've got nothing to worry about. If the Raiden Shogun had seen any of those
Paimon agrees that you don't need to worry. Otherwise, Heizo definitely would have arrested... Wait, where is that guy anyway? And where did Koku...
Oh, Doshin Shikanoin had to run back to the station, so he didn't get the chance to say goodbye to you guys. But he did leave something for you. It's... As for the other two, they couldn't stick around because they had a government meeting to get to. They did ask...
The fact that these busy people all made time to attend the party is telling. Clearly, Ito wasn't exact... Ito, what can I say? It's truly been an honor to...
Well, Jack Attack, I can't take all the credit. Let's not forget the Traveler's part in all this. A lot of people showed up because they knew he'd be here. If we do this again, we gotta make sure we find a way to get him on. How's that sound, compadre? Get that rock and roll spirit ready, because next time it'll be your turn.
Your Excellency, I believe the Tenryou Commission detective is...
Don't worry about it, Goro. The Puppy Union was a joint venture between us and the Yashiro Commission. If we can maintain secrecy, then all the better for it. But that was never the main goal. We saved some lives, and that's what matters.
I was more worried about the potential impact on your reputation, Your Excellency. After all, some of the lives we've saved belong to the Shogunate. If someone with an agenda finds out, it could cause an uproar.
Don't worry. There might be a way to make it work out if...
Really? How?
Times have changed. We and Narukami Island are supposed to be working together now, so it's not necessarily a bad thing if people discover that we were all...
I see.
Goro, if you want my opinion, you should be more concerned about...
Miss Hina? What makes you say that?
I hear she works for That's Life magazine as well. She's young, and she seems to be just as good at offering comfort to people in need.
Understood, Your Excellency. I will work hard to stay ahead of the
I learned something new today. I never knew that the Hydro Nation's rock music had the power to stir up lightning.
Miko, a few days ago, some strange paper notes flew into Tenshukaku, demanding that I hand over the dog. So I am here to see...
I just assumed you must have gotten yourself a pet puppy.
As it happens, I also received an invitation letter via Sara. I've never heard the name Arataki before, but they must be one of my subjects, and so I thought, why not grant them their wish?
Ah, so you came here to make a little Oni's wish come true, hmm? So tell me, how do you plan to respond to the Fontanian musician?
The war. I'm not sure we can give him the answer he would hope for. But if nothing else, I know that we must avoid another war at all costs. The people cannot be made to suffer like that again.
But what if the bigger war comes to pass?
If it cannot be avoided, then I will have no choice but to fight.
Well, if that day comes, I'm sure that everyone here tonight will fight by your side.